There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get settled into ourselves. Let's come into a comfortable position. Let's settle into our bodies and begin to shut it down, closing the eyes, turning off what's being broadcasted to tune in. So let's take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose and exhale. That sigh of relief that you made it to your mat today. A few more breaths. Hi, Sheila. Inhaling through the nose and exhale. Relax the shoulders down. One more deep breath here. Breathing and tightening up the shoulders. You can go ahead and shrug the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Tight, tight, tight. Exhale just to let it all relax down. Now let's begin to focus on our breath now, bringing your awareness to slowing down. Beginning to deepen your breath. Settle into your body and take it nice and slow. We're going to use this new moon energy where we get to project our intentions for what we want our world, our personal reality to be. And this is the perfect time to do just that. Especially in a time when isolation and confinement can keep us feeling restricted and restrained. Let's go in to ourselves. Let's use this opportunity to explore all the thousands of uncharted regions within ourselves. So let's continue to breathe a little bit deeper now, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And take your time with your breath. Elongate your inhales. Fill your lungs nice and slow. Use your diaphragm to breathe. And take your time with your exhales. And now let's begin to check in with the rest of your body. So let's compassionately scan your body from head to toe, noticing any holding patterns or tension in your body today, without judging or overanalyzing what's going on. Just noticing and taking a deep breath into that space. Now let's start to lock up our bandhas, pulling the pelvic wall up. That's your Muladhara root bandha, and that's what Saturday is all about. The root, your base. So pull the pelvic wall up and the navel in towards your spine. Let's practice a few deep breaths just like this. Core strong, locked out, solid, yet keep your heart center and lungs, shoulders relaxed. So it takes a few times to practice how to flex certain muscle groups. Core is locked out, solid and strong, yet your heart, shoulders relaxed. Breath easily flows in and out. No restrictions. Just breath. And if you haven't done so already, draw your chin down towards the ground and pull the chin in towards your spine to lengthen the back of your neck, elongating your spine as you gently ground both hip bones down into the floor. Actively pull your shoulders down. This is the last lock, the third lock, the chin lock, Jalandhara. Let's begin to energize our body. Taking a deep breath into the back of the throat now. Getting the energy to channel down the spine to our root, our base chakra, our base energy center, and up through the crown of our head, our own personal corona, which in Latin means crown, your crown chakra. Now your base chakra and your crown, your third eye as well, are all linked together. They fuel each other. So let's take one more deep breath, just like this. Bandhas locked and loaded. Breath relaxed. So let's set your intention now. Now that you've had a moment to clear some space, bring to mind whatever it is that you need balance with. Something in your life where you either have too much of or not enough of. And this can be external or internal, anything you like. From a situation to simply a state of mind. What is it that you'd like to come into balance with today? Now let's feel your intention permeate in every cell of your body. Bring your awareness in your heart, and let's take 3 deep breaths all together as one. Inhale, circle sweep, arms come all the way up and around to the sides. Yes. Exhale, draw the hands through the heart center, harmonizing, energizing, clearing space. 2 more big breaths. Reach out through the fingertips. Exhale, firm palm press. Draw that energy within. Aligning yourself, your mind, your body to your spine, that lifeline. Deep bow in honor to that intention. And let's go ahead and come into child's pose. So come onto the hands and knees, and you're just going to widen the knees, bring the hips to heels, elongate the arms, and stretch out the shoulders. Begin to broaden the upper back. Lengthen your neck and relax into your body. Now walking both hands all the way over to the right side of the mat. Place the left hand on top of the right hand as you pull gently the left hip back, lengthening the left shoulder, side waist, and rib cage. Take your time as you breathe, walking the hands to the other side of the mat now. Placing the right hand on top of the left and relaxing and stretching the right hip back, elongating the side body. Lengthening through the stretch, so reaching past the self, past the fingertips. And taking a breath into this space. Slowly walk the hands back to the center of the mat. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Good. And press the palms down into the mat as if you're clawing your fingertips down to the ground. We're going to set ourselves up for downward facing dog. Externally rotate your shoulder blades away from each other down your spine and plug your shoulders into your body. Start to tighten your elbows, internally rotating your arms in towards each other. Now next, inhale, pulling up through the core, lifting the hips, tuck the toes, straighten the legs, and begin to walk the feet in and side to side, bending one knee, straightening the other, adjusting into your first downward facing dog. And take your time here. There's no rush, just feeling into your body, checking in, taking those much needed breaths of fresh air into your being, your internal landscape. So go ahead and come high up onto the tippy toes. You want to stretch all 4 layers of the feet. And as you exhale, see if you can ground your heels down. It's okay if the heels don't touch the mat. Now shift forward. You're going to shift the weight forward, shoulders over the wrist. Engage the core, high plank. Exhale, lift the hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog. And press your chest back towards your thighs. Head stays active, neck in line with the spine. Pull the belly in. And lift your hips up and drive them back behind you. Three-legged dog now. Inhale. Bend the right knee and pull your right knee into the chest. Strong core. And use your core to stretch right foot, right toes up to the sky. Breathing it here. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Open up the hips and start to rotate the ankle round and round. Just loosening up the joints. Checking in with the right side. Seeing how the right side of your body feels today. Getting a little bit more fluid. Keep the Ujjayi breath going. Breathing deep. In through the nose, out through the nose. And rotate the ankle and the knee and hip, opening it up in the opposite direction. Take your time here. Staying connected to the breath. Inhale, lengthen the right leg. Stretch the toes up to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Use your core to pull the foot through and place to the outside of the right hand. Left knee comes down to the mat. Inhale, circle sweep, arms all the way up to the sides. Interlace the fingers and palm press up towards the ceiling as you relax the shoulders down your back. There you go, good. You can keep the back knee tucked, or the back toe tucked. That feels good. Exhale, shoulder rinse, releasing that palm press. Arms come behind, interlace the fingers, and relax the shoulders down. It's okay if they're stiff. When they're ready to open up, they'll open up. Just taking a deep breath here. Allowing your body to naturally wake up, release. Deep breath. Now on your next inhale, let's release the shoulder rinse. Fingertips up to the sky, plug the shoulders in. Come a little bit more forward, deeper into the left hip flexor, so shift the weight forward nice and slow. Deep breath. And as you exhale, we're going to come out. Draw the hips back. Hands come back to the inside of the right foot. Tuck the back toe, straighten the leg, and here we go. Three-legged dog. Right foot all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, right toes come back down for downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose, come up high onto the tippy toes. Exhale, soften the knees and ground the heels down, settling in to downward facing dog. Clearing space for the other side now. Inhale, left knee in towards the chest. Strong core. Now use your core muscles to stretch the foot all the way up to the sky. Press the chest back towards the thighs as you stretch here. Bend the knee. Open up the hips and start to rotate the ankle round and round. And check in with the left side of your body. So if your left side is tighter than the right side, then you just want to work whichever side is tighter with the breath. Now your left side governs the moon, the water in your body. So that's where you can find the imbalances. Which side is giving you more problems today? And it's a daily thing. It changes all the time. All right, start to rotate the ankle. Work the knee a little bit, opening up the hip. Circling in the opposite direction, just checking in, loosening up. Remember to be patient with your body. You're releasing long-held holding patterns. So let's take deep breaths into it. Go ahead and straighten that left leg nice and long, toes to the sky. Inhaling here. Exhale, get ready for that low lunge. Pull the core in. Left foot comes forward, nice and slow, to the outside of the left hand. Low lunge here. Back knee comes down to the mat. Inhale, circle sweep. Stretch the arms to the sky. Interlace the fingers. Now counterintuitive grip. Opposite thumb on top. Interlace the fingers and press the palms. Nice deep stretch of the shoulders as we breathe into the hips. Beautiful, Kyla. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Shoulder rinse. Again, counterintuitive grip, opposite thumb on top. Balance out both sides of the body. Deepening the stretch just a little bit more. And in yoga, you always want to challenge yourself, yet take care of yourself as well. So doing what we can opens up the sky for the limit. All right. Let's release, circle sweep, arms come all the way back up to the sky. As you exhale, hands come down to the mat and place the hands inside the left foot, tuck the back toe, straighten the leg, and here we go. Press the left foot all the way up. Three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes down, and we're gonna shift as we inhale, come up high up onto the toes. Lift your hips up to the sky. Set your core and roll forward. You want to wave forward. High plank. Shoulders over the wrist. Broaden your upper back. And you want to always bring your knees down to the mat. Press back through the heels. Pull the elbows in. Bend the elbows. Lower down halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. One breath. Inhale, pull forward as you roll over the toes, straightening the arms, upward facing dog. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Enthusiasm through the thighs, lift up. Exhale, down dog. Now use your core to lift your hips. Go nice and slow. Now 3 lion's breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let it out. 1 more. Inhale, big breath through the nose. Exhale. Good. Cleansing the body. Inhale, 3-legged dog on the right side. Right foot comes all the way up to the sky. Nice big stretch, big breath. Exhale, pull the foot through. This time, warrior 1. So you're going to place the foot between the hands. Back heel spins flat to the mat. Take your time here as we inhale, upper body, arms to rise. Good. Squaring the shoulders and hips to face forward. There we go, relaxing and breathing into the body. Both heels are going to be in one line, grounding down through that front heel. Knee just above it there, pulling the right hip back. Lifting up through the Muladhara Bandha, your root, your base, you're solidified, grounded, connected. Beautiful. Exhale. Let's bring our hands down to either side of the front foot. Modified pyramid here. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the heart. Pull forward, breathe nice and slow. Exhale, relax. Upper body over that extended front leg. Squeeze the hip bones in towards the base of your spine. Relaxing the shoulders. 1 more breath here. Now on the next breath, bend the front knee again, warrior 1. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Now deep in that front lunge, see if you can get your front thigh parallel to the mat. Good. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. 3-legged dog, right foot all the way up to the sky. Now exhale, 3-point plank. Shift forward, shoulders over the wrist. Keep the right toes lifted. Strengthen through the core. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana, you can do it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift up through the crown of your head. Stretch the lower back. Exhale, use your core to pull the hips back into down dog. 3 lion's breaths here. In through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Open the mouth. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Letting it go. 1 more. Big breath. Whatever's trapped in the body, let's get it out. Recycle it back up into nature where it belongs. Three-legged dog on the other side. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, stretch the foot up to the sky. Good. Pull the foot through. Place between the hands. Warrior one. Back heel spins down to the mat. Strong foundation. Take your time. Bending the front knee. Good. And let's relax our eyes to one point. Find your ekagrata. Find a focal point where you can rest your eyes. Staying relaxed in the body, yet alert at the same time. Breathing into the stretch and noticing again if this left side feels a little bit tighter than the right, or was it the right side? So finding the imbalances in your body, learning your body's language so you know where to adjust. Exhale, hands come all the way out to the sides and down to the mat. Lean upper body forward, straighten the front leg. Modified pyramid here. Pull the left hip back. And breathe into your hips. Now squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. And you want to hug your hip bones in towards the base of your spine. Resetting your root chakra. Ground down evenly through both feet. And relax your head and neck and shoulders. Good. We're about a breath and a half left here. Relaxing into the body. All right. Inhale, bend the front knee. Set the hands down either side of the front foot. We're going to press three-legged dog, left foot all the way up to the sky. Stretch it out. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Exhale, three-point plank. Go ahead and come into high plank. Shoulders over the wrist. Keep the left toes pointed back behind you. Strong core. Pull the elbows in. Bend the elbows. Lower down halfway. Good. Inhale, rolling it up. Yes, lengthen here through the thighs. Exhale, use your core. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Again, 3 lion's breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Good. 1 more. Big breath. There we go. Now let's regulate our Ujjayi breath. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right knee comes in towards the third eye this time. Round your back, belly in. Exhale, stretch the right toes up towards the sky. Press the ground away. Exhale, coming into warrior one. Back heel spins down flat to the mat. Solid base. Form that foundation from which this practice is built. And the strength of the warrior is coming face to face with yourself. And not everyone is up for that challenge, but you're not just anyone, are you? I'm so glad you guys are here doing this with me. Warrior two. Let's open up towards the left now. So you're going to pull the left hip back in line with the right, opening up the hips, bending the front knee, and making sure that that knee isn't collapsing in. You want to press the knee out towards the right pinky toe so you don't compromise the joint system here. And again, reaching past the self, past the fingertips to stretch and align the medial nerve that runs all the way fingertip through fingertip. Dynamically flow your breath through these spaces, spiraling up from the ground, your foundation. Energizing through the fingertips. Go ahead and flip the palms to face up towards the sky, opening up the shoulders. Good. Side angle now. Right elbow, right knee. Left fingertips up to the sky, and see if you can get your right thigh parallel to the floor. Good. Yes. Exhale. Maybe open up the arms. Reach right fingertips down towards the ground. Now, if that's too much, go ahead and bring your elbow back to the knee. That's perfectly fine. You just want to test it out and try it. Maintain the breath. Tuning into your body. What does your body feel today? Because some days we're on top of the world, other days, not so much, right? Inhale, left arm comes all the way back up. Right arm to the sky. Let's reverse the warrior. Radiate that heart center. As we exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Again, 3-point plank. Right foot all the way up to the sky. Shift forward, shoulders over the wrist. Strong. Hug the elbows in. Lower down halfway. Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes, you got this. Inhale. Roll through up dog. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull the abs in. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Again, take those breaths. Let it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Letting it go. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Taking the breath away. And exhale. 1 more. Big breath. Good. Regulating your breath now. And breathing nice and slow. Coming into the other side here. Inhale, left knee up towards the third eye this time. Round your back, pull the belly in. Exhale, stretch the foot all the way up to the sky. Exhale, coming into the warrior 1. Placing the foot between the hands. Take your time. Set up that solid foundation. Good. Beautiful. You guys are looking so good. There we go. Adjusting your pose from the ground up by relaxing into the warrior. Taking those breaths. Taking your time. As if this were it. Good, beautiful. Go ahead and open up into warrior 2. Now bring the right arm behind you. Pulling your right hip back. Behind the left, keeping that front knee in line. Opening up the shoulders. Flipping the palms to face up towards the sky as we settle in. Breathing into our root chakra. Our base. Pull the pelvic wall up. Lengthen the spine and relax into the body. Now the warrior is strong and relaxed. Alert at the same time. So for this last breath and a half here that will be in warrior 2, see if you can squeeze your heels in towards each other. Lift up through that root base. Strengthen that third eye as well. Responsible for intuition. What is illusion? What is real? Reverse your warrior. Reach forward. Left arm up to the sky. Lengthen that sideways. Beautiful. Exhale. Cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Again, 3-point plank. Reach left foot all the way back behind you. Get that length. Exhale. Pull through the core. Forward, shoulders over the wrist. Pull the elbows in. Stack your joints. Evenly distribute your weight as you lower it down. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, use your core to lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Child's pose now. Knees come down to the mat, hips to heels. Elongate the arms and rest your shoulders, your thoracic spine, your upper back for just a moment. Whenever we wind ourselves up, in yoga we want to take the time to also pair it with its cooling partner. So release any tension that come from the warrior. We're going to decompress. Good. Now bending the elbows, bring the fingertips together, and just bring the hands to the small of the base of your neck there. Take a moment to externally rotate your shoulders away from each other. And again, powering up that base root chakra, which is all about Saturday. Saturday is about your roots. And Saturn is really slow moving. And that power yoga is fast yoga. So we're moving, but we're also taking it slow, which is what Saturday is all about enduring and finding the beauty in that endurance, which is this, us getting together. I'm so glad to meet Kayla and Mandy, and Kara's on here. One more deep breath. Beautiful yogis. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and stretch out the arms. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Stretch the hips up towards the sky. Pull your belly in and shift the weight back, chest towards the thighs. Dynamic stretch here. Inhale, come up high onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees to hover a few inches above the mat. Look forward now, spring back. Exhale, either float or jump. Both feet forward to the top of the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. Drive your hips back behind you. Exhale, bend the knees. Soften the upper body and relax over the power of your legs. Now we're going to separate the feet about shoulder width distance apart for Gaja Utkatasana, elephant chair. So you want the toes in front of the heels. Inhale, sit the hips down and back behind you. Good. Make sure that the toes are in front of the knees. So you want to make sure all 10 toes are visible. Maybe even lift up the toes so you can have the weight in your heels. This will take some pressure off the legs. Lifting up through the fingertips. Good. Now exhale, bring the elbows together. Just like an elephant. Fuse elbows, forearms, wrist, palms, knuckles, and fingertips together. Good. Yes, you're doing it right. Yep. One more deep breath here. Drive the hips back. Sit down a little bit deeper. Yes. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten the legs. Relax the upper body. Fold deep here. Now we're going to stay for a few breaths to release the lower back. Go ahead and bend your knees. Reach for opposite elbows. And sway. Back and forth. Left and right. Good. Shifting the weight from side to side. Now that we're a little bit warmed up, we want to use that heat to open up places in our lower back, side waist, and spine. All the way up through the crown of your head. So go ahead and nod your head yes a few times. Release any tension in your neck. Let the artery flow or dilate, letting the nectar flow to your brain. Go ahead and shake your head no a few times. And yes, bounce out your yeses and your nos. Let the head relax completely. Let your head go. Now, as you exhale, here we go. Release the hands, set them down to the mat. Bend the knees, look forward. Pull the elbows in. Now use your core and press. Feet back into high plank. Lower it down. Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway. Good. Inhale. Roll into upper facing dog. Dynamic. Beautiful. Exhale. Use your core to lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Good. Let's breathe it here. Again, 3 lines. Breath in through the nose. Exhale. Now they should be getting 2 more breaths. In through the nose. A little bit less and less of that forced air. Because when you first practice, you're like, but by the end of the practice, your breath should start to smooth itself out. It takes a long time to release all the tension that we've absorbed in a day, in a week, maybe even longer than that. So lion's breath is so good for letting it out. One more deep breath here. Let's get back into the Ujjayi breath. Good. Now 3-legged dog. Inhale, right knee towards the third eye. Pull it and round the back, core strong. Exhale, stretching right foot, right leg, lengthen to the sky. Press the floor away as you exhale. Bringing the foot through, crescent warrior. Now stepping the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Good. Take your time for that foundation. There's hip width distance between both feet. And both toes face forward. So opposing the warrior where you've got your back heel spun down, that 45-degree angle. You want to make sure you have that hip width distance between both feet so you're not bouncing on that tightrope. Good. And we'll take a few breaths to relax into the crescent warrior. You're on Janiyasana. Pulling up through the core. Lifting up through the back toes and pressing through that back heel. There you go. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice firm palm press. Coming into the twist. Leaning upper body forward. And twist. Left elbow outside. Right knee. Gentle pressure. Balancing out the liver, gallbladder. Spleen, deepening the breath here in the twist. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Let's go ahead and open it up. Open up the arms. Half bind with the upper arm. Breathe as you wrap. Right arm behind the back. Good. Palm faces out. Reaching for the right hip. As you roll that top shoulder down. Opening up the chest. Keeping both hips in one line. One more deep breath here. Endurance. Inhale. Reverse engineer your way out. Right arm comes up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Slowly open up. Arms to the sky. Crescent warrior. Good. Yes! Exhale, bring the hands down to the inside of that foot. And press 3-point plank. Right foot to the sky. Good, here we go. Let's flow. Exhale, keep the right foot lifted. High plank, to low. Shift through upward facing dog. And as you exhale, use your core to pull the hips. Down dog. Beautiful here. Take the breaths here. Either lion's breath or deepening the Ujjayi breath. Just taking a moment to smooth the breath out. Good. Now coming into the other side, inhale. Left knee comes in towards the third eye, nice and strong. Exhale, stretch the foot up towards the sky. Lengthen here, press away and lift. Exhale, crescent warrior on this side. So bring the foot to the outside of the left hand. Both toes face forward. There's plenty of room between both feet. And we're going to settle in. Settling down. Good. Now noticing the right hip flexor here as we breathe. So continue to stretch the right thigh back. And see if you can pull the back of your thigh up towards the ceiling to lengthen out. Pressing down through that back heel, but keeping that length through the thigh, glute and lower back, all the way up through the fingertips. One more deep breath, just like this. You guys are doing great. Exhale, hands to heart center. Here we go. Let's balance our systems. Lean upper body forward and twist. Right elbow outside left knee. Keeping the hands at heart center. And giving your body a moment to adjust. So let's take a few deep breaths into the body. And you want the twist to start at your lowest that you can in the base of your spine. So let your belly unwind. And when you're ready, go ahead and open up the arms. Let's deepen the twist. That belly breathing right now, very important. All systems balanced. Half bind, wrap the upper arm behind the back, palm faces out, reaching for the right hip. Keep that right leg long and extended. All right, we only have one more deep breath. And this is the pinnacle here. We're gonna take it down from here. Inhale, left arm all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Reverse engineer your way out. Rotate upper body. Facing forward again as you deepen your Anjaneyasana. Yes. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Last 3-point plank. Left foot stretches all the way back behind you. Now use your core to wave forward into high plank. Let's flow. Elbows in, lower it down. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yes. Come into your child's pose now. Knees wide, hips to heels, arms long. If you'd like to come to an vitro child's pose as well, you can bring your knees together and relax your arms down by your sides. Becoming that powerful force, using surrender and passiveness in vitro. Because sometimes when the external world is a little bit overwhelming, we go back into the womb. Back to in vitro. Let's reset. Regulate the breath. Cleansing your root chakra. Stretching the right foot out and the left heel. So we're going to start with the right side first. And maybe pull the right hip back so you want to lengthen the leg. Squaring both hips nice and slow, just walking them back, or nice and evenly. Inhale, get that length through the spine. Square your torso over the extended leg, and as you exhale, starting to come forward and down. Turn that down just a little bit. And again, we're pressing on. Oh, there we go. There, can you hear me better now? All this technology and there's a simple button to turn it down. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and open up to the side. Inhale, circle sweep, arms come all the way up. Or you're gonna open up to the left, so bring your left arm behind you, reaching the right arm forward. And just come however far feels good to you. You can either reach the right hand to the inside of the right foot or just down on the inside of the right leg. There's no right or wrong way to do this. We just want to open up the left side of the body. So continue to ground down the left hip and roll the left shoulder open up towards the sky. Lengthening through the rib cage. And breathe through any accumulated layers of tension that may have been built up around the rib cage. Especially when we're out there or in here. We want to melt away any hardened layers. Breathing into the body. Going to use that heat to balance our systems even more. One more deep breath, lengthening as you ground, pull the left hip back and down. Exhale, use your left hand to pull your body back into the upright position. Let's reset the spine. Inhale, circle sweep arms to the front, and we're going to switch it out. So press the left and pull the right. Square the hips, maybe walk the hips back a little bit. Take that deep breath to lengthen. Plug the shoulders into the torso. Exhale and fold. And use your diaphragm to breathe. Reverse breaths. Deep belly breathing and gentle compression on the spleen, the pancreas, the gallbladder, which is linked to making decisions. The gallbladder is linked to the decision making part of your brain. Let's breathe and press. I'm so glad you guys are doing yoga with me today. Going through each part of the body, each system. Now we can relax into the body and relieve any tension that may be built up there. Some of us have a lot. Some of us are like, oh my goodness. Exhale, slowly start to Walk your hands back in. We're going to come into the side twist. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up to the sky, reaching the right arm behind you. Getting that length, and then reaching the left hand forward and down, taking your grip, or just resting the arm on the inside of the left leg as you open up the right side of the body. Open up the shoulder to the sky. Ground down the right hip as you lengthen through the fingertips. Create that natural traction. And breathe through any layers that may have accumulated on this side. And the right side's responsible for the masculinity, the fire, the action. So if you're a little bit tighter on the right rib cage, that's an area in the body that needs balancing. So you just want to maybe cool it down or maybe fire it up. Our body's language is one that anyone can understand, which I love about yoga. Your body's always talking to you. It's never wrong. It's just talking. One more deep breath here. Now as you inhale, use your right arm to pull back. Left arm to the sky. Let's reset. Both arms lengthen. Fingertips to the sky. We're going to stretch out both legs as you walk the hips back. Forward fold. Inhale. Staff pose. Exhale. Fold forward over the legs. These are simple poses, yet so effective for balancing out our systems. Our circulatory system, nervous system, lymphatic system. Pulling the chin in towards the chest, lengthen and elongate the back of your neck. Take deep breaths. We're going to slowly start to come into pigeon. Inhale or exhale as long as you're consciously breathing. Rolling it up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Draw the feet in. Roll forward into downward facing dog. And stretch the hips up towards the sky. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg nice and long. Stretch it out. Exhale, pull the foot forward and through towards the left hand. So the foot's going to come towards the left side of the mat. Opening up the right knee and hip, walking the left leg all the way back to whatever degree feels good to you. Let's get some length in the lower spine. Walk the hands in towards the body. Inhale to lift up through the crown. Your own corona, personal corona, and exhale. Starting to hinge at the hips. Coming as far as feels good to your body. You can stay up on your hands if that feels good too. Dialing into the body, seeing what it needs today. And it will tell you when to push and when to pull back. So let's explore the hips here. And take those much needed breaths of fresh air into this space. And our root chakra is so important for staying connected to who we are, our foundation, our source, that inexhaustible power source within you. Let's take another deep breath here. Starting to relax past the muscles now. It always takes a few seconds, few minutes actually, maybe 60 seconds to get past the muscles, past the ego, whatever you want to call it, and deep down into the connective tissues the fascia, everything else. So as we move from one system to the other, begin to deepen your breath here into the hips. And see if there's any place in your hips that you can relax more. Where are you holding on? And where can you relax and let go of more in the hips? Now we're slowly going to transition into King Pigeon. Now take your time with your breath to come out. No rush. It's just this. Just us. This moment. Walk your hands in. So take your time here. Lift up and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, bend the back knee. Press down into the right hand. Inhale, left arm forward, up to the sky. Open up the shoulder and reach back. Grip the foot. Taking that breath to open up the left shoulder. Exhale, letting go of that grip and rolling onto the right thigh as you stretch the left foot all the way forward and around. You're going to set that leg down. Bring the right heel on top of that left thigh. Good. Now inhale. Circle sweep, arms all the way up to the sky. Sorry, you probably can't see me. You're doing great. I can see you beautifully. Exhale, right hand to the inside of the right foot. So you just want to grip that sole there. Stretching the left arm back behind you, opening up the chest. Lean back and stretch the right heel out. Lengthening your leg to whatever degree feels good. It's okay if your leg doesn't come straight. Beautiful. Gosh, you guys are so beautiful. Exhale, pull the heel back in nice and slow. Sitting tall. Setting the heel down. Inhale, circle sweep. Arms come all the way up. We're going to come into a modified Gomukhasana. Reach right fingertips to grip left elbow. It's going to bring the left elbow in towards the middle space, back of the head, nice and slow. Good. Now you can stay right here, or you can inhale, lengthen, and maybe lean a little bit forward, hinging at the hips. So lengthening and smoothing out any roundness in the lower spine. Exhale, sitting all the way back up, releasing the arms, and slowly bring it down. Lifting up the top leg. Let's go ahead and stretch out both feet in front. You can point, flex the toes out. Inhale, come all the way up. And as you exhale, draw the feet in. We're going to come back into downward facing dog. Roll forward, hands to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk the feet back. Inhale, three-legged dog on the left side. Lengthen and stretch. Press the floor away. Lift up through the toes. Gain that length. Exhale. Half pigeon on this side. Pull the left foot forward towards the right hand. Open up the left knee to the side. Get nice and comfortable as you walk the right leg back. Working on whatever degree you are at in your own personal hip space. And both hips are going to have different things going on, the right side, the left side. So again, we're just noticing here without judgment. Let's take a deep breath, inhaling. Get that length in the lower back, and exhale, coming forward. Starting to settle in and settle down. Giving yourself time to get past the muscles, past the outer shell, and deep down into your foundation. strengthening your energy, cleansing your system, and strengthening that signal to your roots, your ancestors, your guides, your intuition. And know that you carry it all inside of you, all your ancestors, trillions of them in your DNA. They're always with you. So we're never isolated and alone. We have trillions of ancestors that we carry in our bodies, in our DNA. So let's tune into them. Let's open up that broadcast, that connection, and strengthen it here. We're going to take a few more deep breaths. We're past the muscles now. Now is where we look into our body, look into that left hip. Where can you let go more? Where can you relax a little bit more? Deep breath. One more cleansing breath here. And as you breathe, let's slowly start to walk the hands in towards the body for king pigeon. Now keep that length through the spine. Bend the back knee, toe to the sky. Press down through the left hand. Inhale, right arm forward, up, and stretch it back. Take that grip and open up the right shoulder. Kick it back into the grip. Good. Yes. Exhale, slowly start to release. We're going to roll over onto the left hip and swing the right leg around. Nice and straight, nice and strong. Set the right leg down on the floor, bring the left heel above that right knee. And modify as needed. Go ahead and maybe adjust your hips so that your hips are nice and evenly grounded into the mat. We're going to take our time here. Open up. Inhale. Circle, sweep arms to the sky. Twist towards the left. So bring the right arm behind you. Left hand forward. And just grip the bottom of the foot. Left hand, left foot. Lengthening the left leg. Nice and long. Stretch it out. Pull the belly in. Exhale, slowly bend the left knee again. Heel to the thigh. Inhale, modified Gomukhasana. Fingertips to the sky. Get that length through the shoulders and reach right elbow towards the center of the back of the head. Broaden the shoulder blades. And stay here, breathing into the body. Draw the chin in as well. You want to breathe into the lymph nodes underneath your jaw. Jalandhara, chin lock. Maybe lean slightly forward. Get that length in the lower back. Getting into uncomfortable positions to release all those uncomfortable spaces. All right, let's slowly start to release. Arms to the sky. Down to the side, stretch out the left leg, both toes forward, point, flex, and roll the ankles out. Exhale. Slowly come down into lying down on your back. Bring the toes all the way up to the sky. We're going to stretch, just like legs up the wall. I want to improve that circulation. So let's work on the circulatory system. Go ahead and roll the ankles out. Flex the toes, fan the toes. And let's let the blood drain out of our legs for just a few deep breaths. All right, reclined eagle. Start to cross the right leg over the left, wrapping the legs around, and squeeze your inner thighs together. But put gentle pressure on the artery in your legs. Inhale, circle sweep arms above the head. Exhale, bring the right arm underneath the left, and then just wrap the arms around. Palms to touch, gentle pressure on the medial nerve in your arms. Now level out the hips, so you want to ground the hips and press your lower back down into the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs together. You want to balance the 8 major joints, strengthen them. So go ahead and lower your legs down. So point the toes and lift the elbows up as high as feels good. Pull the navel in. We're going to take a deep breath here. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze the knees, and as you exhale, draw the elbows and knees together. Nice and tight like a ball. Tight, 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 tight. Exhale, unwind. Toes up to the sky, point, flex, and roll it out. And shake your arms out as well. Deep breathing here. Exhale, other side. Now the left leg comes over the right, crossing the legs. Gentle pressure on that artery. We want to create that tourniquet effect in the artery. Inhale, arms above. Exhale. Now left arm underneath the right, wrapping the arms around. Squeezing the elbows and knees in one line, flattening the lower back, and then lengthening the legs down. So you want to lengthen the toes down away from you as you lift the elbows up. Lengthening the arms above the head here. Fire up through the core. Exhale, draw it all together. Elbows and knees all in one line. Pulling yourself together. Deepen the breath. Isometrically dial down the belly button and exhale. Unwind the legs and arms. We're going to shake it out. Reset. Let that new blood circulate through these arteries, flushing them out. All right, now coming into dead bug. So you just want to bring your shins parallel to the top of the mat. You want to press your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands. Flatten your shoulder blades and dial your navel down into the mat. So it looks like we're just kind of laying around here. It's a Pilates move. We're going to fire up the agni and the core, because that fire and that heat that you create is what we use to balance and purify our systems. Our organs, which are directly related to every chakra. So go ahead and press the knees into the hands, hands into the knees. Let's get a little bit more heat here. For this last part, last stretching. One more deep breath. Strong fire. Fire up that solar plexus. Exhale, release, toes up to the sky. Point, flex, roll the feet out, fan the toes, and open up the legs into that V. Hands to the sides, elbows like kickstands. Now turn the heels in and the toes out. Get a little bit of an external rotation of the thigh bones here. And ground your hip bones down into the mat as you press through the toes. Dynamic feet. Good. Now as you exhale, bring the feet together. And we're just going to bring the right leg a little bit closer into the chest as we let the left leg down, nice and slow. All right, let's massage the sciatic nerve here. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Bend the right knee. Inhale, open up the hip, right knee out to the side. Pull the right knee up towards right shoulder. And as you exhale, straighten the leg, walk the hands up the back of the calf. And we're going to do that 2 more times, so the breath is really important. Interlace the fingers on the back of the right thigh, bend the right knee. Exhale. Inhale, pull the right knee up towards the right shoulder. And straighten the leg, walk the hands up the back of the calf. Good, 1 more time. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh, bend the right knee. Exhale. And as you inhale, pull right knee, right shoulder. Straighten the leg, and now we're going to hold this reclined Janu Shirshasana. Walk the hands up the back of the calf. And lift up your shoulders nice and slow. Bring the forehead towards the shin or knee. Lifting up the left leg up off the mat now and stretching the left toes away from you. So left toes are parallel to the floor. right toes up towards the sky. Got one more deep breath here. Good. Exhale, walk the hands back up the leg, bend the right knee, twist. Right arm out to the side, left hand top of the knee, guiding the knee across the body towards the left. Beautiful. Let's let our spines unwind. Let's begin to relax the lower belly to get deep into that twist in the sacrum, the tailbone. Breathing into the lower back. Now we'll be here for a few more breaths, so go ahead and settle in. And allow your spine to come undone. Now, just like the way a baby breathes, we're going to practice the reverse breaths. Strengthen our digestive system. So as you inhale, the belly comes in just like a baby, and as you exhale, belly out. So the inhale, belly comes in, and use the diaphragm, and as you exhale, belly goes out. Or it's the opposite. Inhale, belly out, exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly out, exhale, belly in. Yes, because a baby wants to develop their organs in order to survive in this world, right? So this is how we cleanse the system. I'm telling you to do it the opposite way, but I'm sure you would figure it out. You guys look really smart. Tune with your bodies. A few more deep breaths, deep reverse breaths. Coming back to the way we used to breathe when we first entered into this world. Good. Now for the last breath or two, go ahead and relax the lower back, relax the body. Starting to let go completely, getting ready for the other side. Exhale, draw the right knee back into the chest, and we'll give it one more squeeze. Knee up towards the right shoulder, and switch it out. Right leg comes down, left toes up to the sky. And as you let the right leg relax, settle into the breath in the hips. Now interlace the fingers behind that left thigh, bend the left knee. Good. Inhale, pull the knee up towards the shoulder. Exhale, walk the hands up the back of the calf, straightening the legs. Takes a few deep breaths to get into this. So 2 more breaths here. Interlace the fingers behind that left thigh. Bend the knee. Breathe the knee up towards the shoulder. Get that length, get open. Exhale, straighten the left leg, toes to the sky. Walk the hands up the back of the calf. Good, now we're ready. This is the last one, third one. Interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. Exhale, draw the knee in. And straighten the leg. Walk the hands up, and we're going to hold it here, but not holding the breath. Slowly starting to lift the shoulders up now off the mat as you bring the forehead a little bit closer towards the knee or the shin or wherever it is that's right for you. Exhale, slowly relax the shoulders, bend the left knee. Coming into the last twist here. Left arm out to the side. Taking your time to come undone. And when you're ready, beginning to start the reverse breaths. Relaxing through the lower back, and as you inhale, now I'm in the twist. Belly out, exhale, belly in. Inhale, belly goes out. Just like a Buddha belly, letting it go. And exhale, pull the belly in. and up. Developing our energy centers and our chakras. Strengthening the organs that they're correlated with. Reverse breathing. Let's take 2 more reverse breaths here. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. And this can be done after each meal, about 20 minutes after each meal as well. Get the digestive process moving and going. All right, let's slowly start to come out. Right knee comes back towards the center. Give it one more tight squeeze, knee towards the shoulder. Exhale, now stretching both legs all the way up to the sky. And pull the legs in, point flex and roll the feet out. Let's get ready for final Shavasana now. Exhale, allow the legs to just slowly fall down, nice and slow, all the way to the ground. Allowing the heels to come together, relaxing the feet, arms down by the sides. Let's get into that place where you can be and find stillness. Here is where we let everything go. Everything we've ever been told, everything we know, including our senses, including our breath. So go ahead and let your breath go. Let your breathing go back to breathing however it is that your lungs want to breathe. So here's where we let go of control completely and surrender down to the mat. Scanning your body a few more times here from head to toe, and ask yourself, where in your body are you holding on, and where in the body can you let go and relax more? Disengage from any thoughts, just let them float on, and watch the sensations as they rise and fall. Come and go, no need to move, no need to react. Final Shavasana. Let's stay here for at least another minute or two. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back to observing your breath. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and gently come back into this space. And take your time here. Go ahead and roll over into the fetal position. to whichever side feels more open today. And take a few more deep breaths, all to yourself, before rejoining the outer world again. A few more moments for you. This pose symbolizes rebirth. Every time you step off your mat, you're reborn. New person, new cells, new creativity, new insights. Go ahead and start to press yourself up, coming into that comfortable seated position in which we all began. And let's take 3 deep breaths to close. Inhale, circle, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, harness this feeling. 2 more times. Knowing that it's always here for you whenever you need it. That walking, talking, meditative state of mind. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Thank you for coming and joining me on Zoom.